In every modern kitchen and in every high-end restaurant, a small crime of ignorance is committed daily. We treat this plant as a garnish. We place it next to dead meat to lend a scent, and then we discard it into the trash. We treat Salvia rosmarinus, or rosemary, as merely a culinary herb. But if the scholars of ancient Greece could see us now, they would weep at our stupidity. To them, this was not food, it was cognitive technology. Students would braid sprigs of rosemary into wreaths and wear them around their brows during examinations. Shakespeare knew this when he wrote Ophelia's famous line, "There's rosemary, that's for remembrance." That wasn't poetry, that was pharmacology. And today, modern science is beginning to realize that we threw away the medicine and kept the decoration. Before we dive deep, join our community of curious minds. Subscribe to The Career Botanist for the hidden science of nature. Let's begin. To the naked eye, it is just nature. But look closer. It is engineering. It is economics. It is survival. Welcome to the hidden side of biology. This is modern botany. How can a plant worn on your head make you smarter? The answer lies in a volatile chemical compound called 1,8-cineol. Rosemary is unique. Its compounds do not need to be digested to enter your bloodstream. They enter through the nose and travel directly to the brain. In a recent study by Northumbria University, subjects were placed in a room diffused with rosemary oil, while others sat in a neutral room. The results were terrifyingly precise. The subjects in the rosemary room performed 15% better in prospective memory tests. Blood analysis showed the presence of 1,8-cineol in their plasma. This compound acts as an acetylcholinesterase inhibitor. In simple terms, it prevents the breakdown of the neurotransmitter responsible for memory. It functions via the exact same mechanism as modern Alzheimer's drugs, but it does so through the air. Let us leave the laboratory and travel to Acciaroli in southern Italy. This village has baffled demographers. 1 in every 10 residents here is over 100 years old, and rates of dementia and Alzheimer's are almost non-existent. What is their secret? It isn't genetics, and it isn't the gym. It is their diet. These people consume rosemary ferociously. They don't use it as a garnish. They chew it raw. They infuse it into everything. Scientists discovered that continuous high-volume consumption of this plant creates a vascular shield. Rosemary's compounds dilate microcapillaries, ensuring blood flow reaches the deepest parts of the brain even in extreme old age. They do not forget because they eat the plant of memory. The primary enemy of the living cell is oxidation. It is biological rust. Rosemary contains the most potent antioxidants known in the botanical world, carnosic acid and rosmarinic acid. These compounds are so powerful that the global food industry uses them secretly. Look at the label of canned foods, potato chips, or even premium dog food. You will find a cryptic code, E392, or the phrase rosemary extract. Corporations use it because it keeps fats from going rancid for years. It preserves dead meat from decay. Imagine what it can do for your living cells. It is not just an antioxidant, it is a preservative for human tissue. In 2017, a quiet earthquake occurred in botany. For centuries, we knew this plant as Rosmarinus officinalis, but genetic DNA analysis revealed a strange truth. Rosemary is not a distinct genus. It is, in fact, a member of the sage family. It was officially renamed Salvia rosmarinus. The word salvia comes from the Latin salvare, which means to heal or to save. The new scientific classification returned the plant to its true family, the family of saviors. This change is not merely bureaucratic. It is an admission that this plant carries the same therapeutic genetics that have made sage sacred throughout history.
Like the Joshua tree and wolfia, rosemary is a radical survivor. It evolved in the Mediterranean basin, a place of drought, heat, and rocky soil. To survive, it developed a dangerous strategy. It became flammable. Rosemary's volatile oils are not just for healing, they are fuel. In nature, this plant loves fire. When the forest burns, its competitors, the trees and weeds, die. But rosemary possesses seeds that are activated by heat and smoke. It burns its neighbors to clear the land for its children. This evolutionary cruelty is the reason for its high concentration of oils. We use these oils to heal ourselves, but the plant synthesized them to burn the world around it and ensure its lineage survives.
In the age of screens, our eyes are under constant bombardment from blue light and oxidative stress. The retina is the most energy-consuming and easily damaged tissue in the body. Carnosic acid, found in rosemary, possesses a rare ability. It penetrates the blood-retina barrier. Studies published in the journal Investigative Ophthalmology found that this acid protects photoreceptors from light-induced damage. It acts as internal sunglasses for your cellular structure. While we search for eye drops and laser surgery, the most powerful preventative solution might be the bush we walk past every day. During the Black Death in Europe, the legend of 4 thieves' vinegar emerged. A group of thieves was caught robbing the bodies of plague victims without contracting the disease. When captured, they revealed their secret was an herbal infusion they washed with and drank. The primary ingredient? Rosemary. It wasn't magic. Rosemary is a potent antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal agent. It was planted in graveyards not just for remembrance, but to prevent the spread of infection from shallow graves. It was used as a biological sterilizer 500 years before the discovery of germ theory. If you have tried to grow rosemary at home and it died, the reason is likely your kindness. This plant hates to be coddled. It hates too much water, it hates fertilizer, and it hates rich soil. It is a masochistic plant. The harsher the conditions, the more essential oils and medicinal compounds it produces. If you water it too much, it becomes a useless lettuce. To get the medicine, you must starve it. This is a philosophical lesson from botany. Comfort kills value. Stress creates essence. To benefit from rosemary, you must treat it like a Spartan warrior, not an orchid. We live in an age of amnesia, not just Alzheimer's, but the loss of our historical and ecological memory. Rosemary is the bridge that connects us to the past and to our own cognitive potential. Do not just buy the oil, plant the bush. It is evergreen, drought-resistant, and protects your mind and body. The next time you see this plant, do not think of it as a seasoning for potatoes. Look at it as the Greeks did, a tool for cognitive enhancement. Stop decorating your plate and start feeding your brain.